Hey guys, what's up? Johnny Kinswater here with Concert Addiction, working on my second video in my end of the year video series. I put up a video just a couple minutes ago, which you guys should be able to find now. That's my end of the year recap that doesn't include my top 10 list. These are all my honorable mentions and all the other concerts I went to I mentioned as well. What wasn't mentioned in that video is all the concerts I went to at the Grizzly Rose because I felt like I went to enough. 6 of them to be sure. Anyways, I went to enough concerts at the Grizzly Rose. I felt that deserved its own videos because none of these cracked my top 10. They would probably all be in my honorable mentions though, so I figured it was easier just to make a video just on that. So I'll start with Easton Corbin. This is my second time seeing him, but it was his first time actually seeing him play a full show. I saw him at the St. Jude Jam last year, so he just played a couple songs acoustically. He brought the house down when he came. He sold the place out. It was a real fun show. The dude's super energetic, and he's just full of pride. You could tell he's humble as shit, and he loved what he was doing. He had a blast up there. It's cool seeing him. He's coming to my town, actually. They just announced in March he's coming to my Civic Center, so I'll make sure to see him there too. But this is my review, or that's my thoughts on his performance at the Grizzly Rose. It was fucking awesome. I don't have anything bad to say about any of these shows, but especially not that one. And like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this before. If you're new to my videos, you might not know, but the Grizzly Rose is my favorite place on earth, probably. It's like my Disney World. Country music, drinking, mechanical bowls, hot girls, fucking everything. It's like the best place ever, and I love it, and it's cheap concerts. Not cheap as in quality, but cheap as in price, because the shows are phenomenal. I've seen a lot of big bands there. But another one I saw this year, which was my second time seeing him, first time seeing him at the Grizzly Rose, was Granger Smith, featuring Earl Dibbles Jr., obviously. Went with my best friend. We got to meet Granger before the show, say what's up to him, which was real awesome. I actually met him at another show I'll talk about because I saw him at the Grizzly Rose twice this year. But real fun show. I liked this show better than the one I'm going to talk about later on. He played for like a solid amount of time. It was like an hour and a half or 2 hours, but it was non-stop the whole time. Super energetic. His switch between Earl Dibbles, or from Granger to Earl Dibbles, and then coming out with the American flag and all that. He's just a one-of-a-kind performer, in my opinion anyways, and I'll continue to go see him year after year. I've already seen him 3 times, and I don't plan on slowing down, because right now he's probably my favorite country music singer, besides maybe Chase Bryant. But anyways, then the other one, another one I went to was Midland. Won some tickets for that off the radio, so went with my little brother, and we had a blast, man. This was before they only had one song on the radio, which was "Drinking Problem," and they sold the fucking place out. And so there was a whole lot of fucking people there, and I think they kept every single. I think the capacity of that place is 2,000 people, and for a band that only has one song, or only had one song at the time anyways, they had all 2,000 people singing along to. They played a lot of cover songs, but other songs of theirs that people had not yet heard yet, and I was turned on to them after seeing them live because I just try to win shit all the time off the radio, and I like the song Drinking Problem, so I won the tickets. I was like, fuck it, I'll go, and I had a way better time than I thought I did. So like I said, all these bands should be on my top 10, but I just couldn't get them there, but they're all definitely honorable mentions. Then the next one was Jared Neiman, another one who I saw twice at the Grizzly Rose this past year. We went to his show for my brother's 21st birthday, and we had a blast. It was a party the whole time. He tells some stories with his songs, his music. I guess he played house band at the Grizzly Rose before he really hit it big, so it was cool to hear him talk about that. And it was cool to see him play on the main stage at the Grizzly Rose. And he played all his hits, and I actually have, I don't know where it's at. Oh yeah, I got a souvenir from that show. They gave me the set list and shit, so that's real cool. And yeah, he played all his hits, which isn't very many, but then some songs that he also wrote. And he brought out a guy who, his name escapes me, and I should have looked it up again before I make this video, but he wrote some songs for Jared Neiman. He also wrote songs for Thomas Rhett. He brought him on stage, had him play a couple songs where Jared Neiman took a break, and then I got to meet that dude after the show, which was real cool too. Okay, and then we get into the jam. So I went to 4 concerts. Easton Corbin, Midland, Granger Smith and Jared Neiman. Those were the 4 headline shows, I guess you call them, that I saw at the Grizzly Rose, but I went to 2 other concerts. The first one, which the recap is up on the channel, so I won't be talking too in-depthly on it, on both of these actually, but that'd be the St. Jude Jam and the Holiday Jam. St. Jude Jam, I got to see Granger Smith, Russell Dickerson, Runaway June, Chase Bryant, Drew Baldridge. Gunner and the Grizzly Boys were also on that bill, but I did not get there in time, so I missed their performance. And this one wasn't so much an acoustic jam like I've been to other ones, like the other one where they have multiple artists on stage at the same time. These ones, they each had their own set time. It was just like going to a really long concert. So not really a jam, but it was still fucking awesome nonetheless. If you would really want to know my full thoughts on that, check out my recap. Same thing with this other one, which is super fresh in my mind. So, and I just made a recap about that one too, but that would be the Holiday Jam, where I got to see Kane Brown, Lauren Elena, Ray Lynn, and Jared Neiman again. So, fantastic performances from all of them. And at the Holiday Jam, I got to meet all those dudes. So that was real cool, getting to hang out with, not really hang out with, because it was only like a couple seconds, but I did have little conversations with almost all of them. Kane Brown, Ray Lynn. It was a fantastic fucking time. So yeah, great fucking year for the Grizzly Rose and myself, and I look forward to going to more shows there in 2018 because it's, like I said, my favorite fucking place. So until then, make sure to keep your eye on this channel for the rest of my in the end of the year video series. They're all going to be top 10. From here on out, I finished the 2 honorable mentions ones. So number 10 is going to be dropping tomorrow, and then all the way until the new year, I'll put a video out for each of my top 10 favorite concerts. So that's going to do it for this one. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe for this YouTube channel. Sorry, I've been fucking talking too much, I guess. Like my Facebook page and my website. Never miss anything going on in the world of live music. And like I mentioned in the last video, I don't think I did in this one, I went to 35 concerts this year. It's going to be 36 because I'm probably going to go see Chris Calico on New Year's Eve. And so keep an eye out for that recap after that one drops, if I end up going to that. Sorry, Chris, I didn't have time to put you in my top 10 because who knows, he might have been there. Even though I did already see him this year, it's just not a solo performance. But keep an eye out for that, and until then, thanks for watching. Bye.